Hello, I'm Keith Callaghan. I'm the designer of the Hadron H2, and I'm having a series of interviews with various owners, asking them what they feel about the boat and getting some feedback. Today it's Nigel Cowan, who in his early years raced Fireflies when he was at school, and then later International 14s when he was at uni. And he returned to dinghy sailing after 40 years away. Which is some time, but we know how things like professional careers get in the way and various other things. So it was not until a few years back that he came across the H2 at Chichester Race Week, and he seemed to like it from the start. I just wonder, Nigel, what is it about the H2 that fascinated you at the time, and how have you got on with it since then?
Hi, Keith. Well, I was, as you say, coming back to sailing after a period away, and for some reason I decided to write a PhD in my 50s. So I was slightly on the heavy side of normal after that, and came back. And the thing that really impressed me about the H2 was the beautiful hull shape, and it was actually the classic lines, and the first look, it really just did it for me. So the hull shape was the thing that I found initially very attractive, and to this day you look at the Hadron sailing and it has the X factor. And when I'm out sailing, so many people, the little chaps at the end of the jetty, they go, "Hey, mister, what sort of boat's that?" It is a very, very distinct shape.
It is a head turner, isn't it? Yes,
absolutely. Yeah. And being in sort of early 60s, I wanted something that I could pull up and down the jetty and that was light in weight, and the H2 fulfills that criteria, so it's easy to get the boat up and down on the trolley.
Yeah, we've got a lightweight trolley as well as a lightweight boat. In fact, the trolley's so light that it floats, but which is a slight disadvantage, but it certainly helps up the slipway. So the boat and trolley, what are we talking about? Under 80 kilos.
I've had to work out a system for tying the boat down to the trolley in very high winds, but I've worked on that one and I've got something that works quite well actually. But I was looking for a single sail, monosail, single hander. Somebody my sort of stature would have had trouble finding a crew coming back after 40 years, and working and doing on-call and commitments. I didn't want to disappoint a crew by not being able to sail in every race. So a single hander, single sail fitted the bill. And although there's some great boats out there, some modern boats, the Hadron for me looked the prettiest, and it fulfilled all those criteria I've mentioned, and it was a hiking dinghy. And I think that's something that is worth mentioning, that the key element to racing speed in a boat like the Hadron is the ability to hike. That's why some of the younger sailors do so very well when they come to race the Hadron, in their hiking ability. But we're all working on that.
Yeah, so good. Well, you certainly improved performance over the couple of years that you've had the boat. That's for sure.
So it suits. The other thing about the boat is it does actually suit a variety of shapes and sizes. So because of you can manipulate the internal layout. People have won races from 10 to 15 stone, or I've just done a conversion at 64 to 95 kilograms. So it is suitable for, I think over 95 kilograms is pushing it a bit, but certainly 64 to 95 kilograms, the boat accommodates that variety in helmsman's weights.
Yes, I think we found that the heavier helms really shoot up to windward and gain a lot there, but they lose it to the lighter helms on the off-wind legs. So it really evens itself out around the course, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I also found that the handling characteristics of the boat, it really handles like a true thoroughbred. The tack bear away maneuvers in approaching 30 knots, it does behave really properly. I'm still working on the bear away jibes. I think that's still work in progress in very strong winds, but that's me rather than the boat.
Yeah, we tried very hard to to ensure that there wasn't going to be any tendency to nosedive. It's difficult to sort of say it's not going to happen under any circumstances whatsoever, but I think 95% of the time, in fact, I've never seen one nosedive. And I've been out on the water watching them for several years now.
Well, I found when you do get in the tide, the boat floats in a position whereby you can get on the center plate reasonably easily and then roll back into the boat as she comes up. Mm-hmm. So righting the boat, I wouldn't go so far as to say it's an absolute pleasure, but you can right the boat reasonably easily, you know, for somebody who is, you know, having fairly dodgy shoulders. You can get back in the boat.
Yeah, and there's two ways of entry as well, over the gunwale, as you say, if you're quick, or you can swim around the back and pull yourself in through the open transom very easily.
Most of the time I roll in over the gunwale. Occasionally, if you go around to the transom, it is a piece of cake getting in, actually. Mm-hmm. Because the heavier you are, the more the boat sinks and the easier it is to climb aboard.
Yeah.
So I love sailing the boat. I've really enjoyed it. I find it very exciting. It planes well, it tacks well, it jibes well. I realise I've still got a lot to learn. My main aim when I sail is not necessarily to win the races, but to sail well. And I'm still working on that, but had a fantastic amount of fun racing the boat and look forward to getting out there again this year with a bit of luck and if things improve.
Well, yes, and you'll be in a new boat.
Yes, yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, 144.
Yeah, Simon is just about to start building it actually. So yeah, it's the next boat in the production schedule.
Can't wait.
Well, thank you, Nigel. That's excellent. I have to mention also that Nigel is on the Hadron H2 Class committee, and we are making this video for the RYA Virtual Dinghy Show, which happens in about a month's time. And I hope you'll watch this video. Obviously you have watched this video, and you'll watch some of the others in the series as well at our virtual booth at the show. Thanks for watching.